Hello my friends, my name is Monteiro. This is the first video of my YouTube channel. I created this channel to speak about a very serious matter, the cure for chronic urticaria in all its forms. I'm Portuguese and I am a pro musician, bass and double bass player. I earned my life exclusively playing since 1989 to 2010. I played mostly jazz and Brazilian popular music in the professional scene, and I played in countries like Portugal, Spain, United States and Cuba. I started to practice karate in 1978. I also was an hockey player for 20 years, and during these 20 years I trained both hockey and martial arts simultaneously. I love going to the beach with my friends and sometimes alone. And I usually swim in the ocean during lunchtime since the 15th of May to the 5th of October. Below, I will speak in detail about my urticaria case. In September 2012, everything changed suddenly. In the morning of September 2012, I was walking on the cafe to have breakfast before going to the beach. It was about 11 a.m. I started by having an itch on my ankle. I scratched and kept walking, but in seconds it was in the ankle and also on my arm. I thought some product could have been changed on the laundry process. I kept walking to the cafe, but I could not stand making more than 10 feet. The itch, the red stains and red papules were all over my body and very intense. I ran home and put my clothes off. I put cold water on my chest, legs and arms, and it was a very good relief I felt at that moment. 3 days after being itching all the time, I went to a dermatologist. He ordered me to do all kinds of blood samples, but everything was okay, normally. Anyway, I was diagnosed as having cholinergic urticaria. The doctor prescribed me antihistamines with no ending date. Very well, karate and martial arts, playing in my hockey veterans team, going to the beach, playing jazz live to earn my money, as well as everything that could make me get warm, like meetings, getting in not spaces even on winter, many types of foods, all kinds of social situations, a dog barking at me, someone speaking loud to me, or criticizing me or making me a compliment, immediately started a urticaria attack. My life was stopped, finished. I simply could not do anything of the things that compose my life and personality. I refused to accept that condition, as well as the sentence of being forced to take antihistamines forever. Many people enter on corticosteroids and immunosuppressors after this first step. I started to research on the internet and found an hospital in China that had an urticaria treatment program, but it was too much expensive for me. It would cost around 25,000 euros in 2 months. I was stopped. I could not afford going there because I was not working due to urticaria. My mother at that time, she had a herb store and an acupuncturist. worked there 3 days a week. I went to see him and I told him everything that was going on with me. He never had an urticaria case in the past, but he started to find my inner iron imbalances and started to treat them with acupuncture and Chinese phytotherapy. I also made a diet. At the same time, we both started to study urticaria. He studied only the Chinese medicine part, but I studied everything that exists on this planet, I believe, about urticaria, both on traditional Chinese medicine and the conventional medicine views. This doctor did not cure me, but he did put me out of the antihistaminics because the crises were more soft and shorter. Then he moved away to another town. I was forced to go to the internet to research and to look for another Chinese medicine doctor to replace him because he was out. Apparently, at that time, I thought I was cured because I had cholinergic urticaria and could not stand heat. The heat was something impossible for me to stand. But he knew the urticaria on spring, and I was able to go to the beach on that summer. Unfortunately, in autumn, urticaria returned to me. The crises were smoother, its effects, and shorter than the level I was at with the first doctor, but it was still there. I still could not work. Then I looked for my third Chinese medicine doctor on the internet and I found one. I told him on the phone that he would be my third doctor and I could not be spending more money if he could not guarantee that I would be 100% cured. In fact, I had already been forced to sell my double base to pay the treatments and pay my home bills. He said yes. My God, he said yes. He evaluated my tongue and wrist in a very detailed way, like they do on traditional Chinese medicine for diagnosis. He asked lots of things about my emotional life, about my career as a musician, and made a whole picture of myself since the moment I was born to that moment I was there with him. Then he made a test with 3 acupuncture needles. One of them would give me an urticaria attack, and depending on which one of them would start it, he would know what was wrong and what to do. I had the attack as well as an arrhythmia, cardiac arrhythmia. He stopped both symptoms on that precise moment. We started the treatment and I was considered cured on June of 2014. Since that day I got cured, I decided I would study more and more about this matter. I studied everything I found about urticaria, both in traditional Chinese medicine and the conventional medicine views. The reason was during the time I had no solution for my life and for urticaria, I entered on Facebook urticaria groups. After getting cured, I could not leave those mates behind. There were thousands, but I decided to help everybody I could. My goal was to avoid them to suffer what I suffered and make this world a better place. I could not guide thousands to the cure, obviously, but I could guide hundreds. I created my own group in 2015, but I was forced to close it up in 2017 because I already had no life on my own and could not get back to my work. My messenger was ringing all the time. Uh, I did that for 3 years, but I was in need to work, and I never got a dime from anybody I guided. I also never asked for a dime. Some people wanted to give me money, but I never accepted because I didn't do it for money. And I'm not a doctor. I cannot charge money from people. What I can do is giving my opinion to people about the reasons they have urticaria, because I already had it, and also because I studied a lot about this matter. Summarizing, people come to me asking my opinion as a mate and as a friend, and I give them my opinion. Even having the group closed, the other former groups where I was have lots of opinions of mine and guidance that I gave to people in the past. So during these years of urticaria, the urticaria sufferers kept coming to me. In face of this, I decided to start my blog and this YouTube channel. This is something I can do. On my next video, I will explain: 1. What is urticaria? 2. What urticaria is not. Urticaria is not an illness. Urticaria is not an allergy. Only acute urticaria is, but not the chronic forms. And the third and surprising thing, people think that urticaria is a bad thing, but in fact it's not. It's a good thing. What is wrong indeed and what is bad indeed is the fact that conventional medicine have no solution for it. I will explain this point in detail because it sounds very surprising. I admit that, but you will understand. I hope you like the video and watch the next 2 videos that already appear on the screen. Please also put your like on the videos, subscribe to my YouTube channel, join my Facebook book, Chronic Urticaria Cure for Chinese traditional Chinese medicine, and follow my blog chronicurticariacure.com, where you can register on the discussion forum and post your urticaria case so that I can answer you when your turn gets. Below I leave the links so you can follow me. Until the next video, thank you all. Stay safe.